So welcome to cybersecurity and congratulations everybody on being accepted. I'm so glad to see all your faces on here. We're going to do some introductions here at first. Obviously, I'm your teacher, Mr. James. I will be your teacher for the next 2 years. Hopefully that's a good thing for you. I don't think many people say it's not. So a little bit about me. I am a geek. Sometimes we refer to me as a nerd. I wear that as a badge of honor. So hopefully you too will learn the ways and be the same way here in a couple of years if you're not already. I've been a computer and network support technician at Eastland-Fairfield, also at Muskingum College and Morgan Local Schools. I studied computer science. That's what my bachelor's degree is in at Muskingum College. And I also have a master's degree in workforce development and education at Ohio State. And that's all well and good, but most importantly, I absolutely love working with technology and students. So I'm looking very much forward to working with all of you this upcoming 2 years. So I am going to have you do some introductions for me. I'd like you to tell us your name, where you're from, basically what school you currently go to, and what about attending the cybersecurity program at Fairfield excites you the most. So once you've introduced yourself, I would like you to type your name in the chat area, and that will help us keep track of who was at this meeting. So Jaden, do you want to go ahead and start for us?
Okay, my name is Jaden Kelly. I'm from Canal, Winchester, Ohio.
Fantastic. And what excites you the most about attending the cybersecurity program here at Fairfield?
I have interest in computers since I was young. I want to hopefully want to get a PhD. I know it seems like too much, but I want to get a PhD in computer science.
Doesn't seem like too much at all. That's awesome. All right. Thank you very much, Jaden. Landon, how about you?
I'm Landon. I'm from Lancaster, Ohio. And what I am excited about is learning new things to look forward to a career in the future.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's awesome. How about, let's see here. Ryan.
I'm Ryan Combs. I'm from Warrington, and I'm pretty excited about, though the career field seems pretty booming, promising, and I'm pretty excited to meet new people from our.
It is, absolutely. It is definitely a booming career field, and there are tons of jobs out there right now. And even with the way things are right now, obviously we're all meeting online right now, so yeah. Cybersecurity has become even more important as things progress. Leonardo, you want to go ahead?
My name's Leonardo. I go to Corporal High School, and I'm interested in attending cybersecurity because I really got into computers a lot when I was younger, and I hope I get better at it as I take these classes.
Excellent. Caleb, what about you?
Hi, I'm Caleb Riker. I go to Pickerington Central, and I really like computers.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Caleb. Brooklyn?
I am Brooklyn. I go to Canal Winchester, and I don't really know how to pick something that's going to excite me because it all excites me because I just, like pretty much probably everyone else here, I've just grown up with like computers and like it's kind of hard to get me off of one. So.
I'm glad to hear that. All right. Thank you, Brooklyn. Ethan.
Hi, I'm Ethan Clark. I'm currently attending Tays Valley, and I was interested in this course because I've pretty much always been interested in cybersecurity in particular because I always find it baffling.
Absolutely. Let's see, who have I missed here? Nick, have you gone yet?
Can you guys hear me?
Nick?
I think he might be having trouble with his audio. He's
Okay.
mentioned he said something
Might
in the
be.
chat.
Okay. Caleb, did we get you already?
Okay, Caleb. Let's see here. Nicholas. Did we get Landon?
Did we get you already, Landon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
All
said
right.
you were from Lancaster, right? You were from Lancaster. Okay.
Yep. Is there anybody we missed?
Okay. Oh, it's Nicholas. So his mic isn't working. Okay. So Nicholas Hammond goes to Tays Valley. Okay.
All right.
Nicholas Hammond.
Okay. Well, if I did miss anybody, I apologize. You can go ahead and jump in whenever you'd like. I am going to go ahead and move forward here. So again, nice to meet all of you. Thanks for popping on. I'm going to go through these FAQs here kind of just one by one. First of all, do I graduate from Fairfield Career Center? If I have a transportation question or issue, who do I contact? Whose schedule do I follow for vacations, snow days, etc.? What academic classes are available? How do I schedule them? Do I have to give up sports, band, other clubs, that type of thing? And what activities can I be involved in at Fairfield? So we're going to kind of just walk through those and hit each of those. So first and foremost, do I graduate from Fairfield? You actually graduate from your home school and you obtain a career and tech certificate from the state of Ohio through Fairfield. But the cool thing is that you're going to be able to attend your home school's graduation as well as Fairfield's senior recognition. So it's like you actually get recognized in 2 graduation ceremonies rather than 1. If you have any transportation questions regarding getting to Fairfield or busing from your home school or busing from your house, that type of thing, you will contact your home school transportation office for any of those issues. So to find that, you're going to go to, or to find their number, you're going to go to onedayefcts.com, and I'll go ahead and take you there. All right. Can you see that website on my screen? Or is it still the presentation?
It's still the presentation.
Give me just a second here. I need to switch over. All right, now can you see the website?
Yeah.
One Day EFCTS, excellent. So once you're at onedayefcts.com here, over here on the right, there's a Start Here, ECC and FCC students. So if you click on that and scroll down on this page, this is going to give you a list of pretty much everything you need to know for the upcoming school year. So if you look right down here, transportation information for ECC and FCC, you click on that, you'll find the phone number for your home school's transportation garage. So you'll be able to get to that website yourself at any time you want to and pull this up. Again, that's onedayefcts.com, the same site you used to find this Zoom call. All right, as far as the calendar, you will follow Fairfield Career Center's schedule. You find the calendar, again, on that same site we were just at, onedayefcts.com. The days off are going to be outlined in that 2021 calendar. If your home school has a snow day or delay, use your best judgment. If you're a driver, Fairfield is often in session even when your home schools aren't. So make sure you're watching the news. I always watch 10 TV just to be sure that Fairfield is in session. There are days that your home school might not be in session, but Fairfield still is. So make sure you keep on top of that. I'll go ahead and show you where that calendar is. Again, we're going to go to onedayefcts.com. And once there, again, go to the Start Here for ECC, FCC students. And if we scroll down, the calendar's right here. And here you can kind of see the outline for the year. You will get 2 weeks off for winter break. We also have a full week here for spring break. end of March and April. Any questions on the school calendar at all? Good with that? Okay. Feel free to chime in at any time and unmute your mics if you need to ask a question. All right, looks like Giovanni just joined us. So again, if your homeschool does have a snow day or delay, again, make sure you're watching to make sure that Fairfield is still in session that day. Next, we're going to look at academics. So we do offer a wide variety of academics at Fairfield outside of just our fun labs that we have. So the state of Ohio says you need 4 credits of math to graduate. These are some of the math courses that we offer. So you're just going to pick the next level up from what you're currently in. We offer Algebra 2, Geometry, Algebra 3, Transitions, and we also have 3 College Credit Plus classes, Statistics, Pre-Calc, and Calculus as well, if you're interested in any of those routes.
I take, okay, next pre-calculus, do you just have an accelerated option or is it CCP?
It's CCP, I believe. Do you have anything to add to that, Mrs. Spires? Now we do, you can take pre-calculus
without the college credit.
Without
if you don't,
the college
yes.
credit plus credit.
Yeah.
So if for some reason you wouldn't qualify for CCP, you can still take the pre-calc class or any of our CCP classes.
I want something rigorous, like.
Okay. As far as our sciences go, we do offer 3 credits of science, you need 3 credits of science for graduation. Our science classes that we offer are anatomy and physiology, college credit plus anatomy, physics, chemistry, and environmental science. So you can pick from those courses. You don't need to pay attention to anything here on the left. You are not in cosmetology, nail tech, dental, farm tech, or any of those, so that doesn't apply to you. With social studies, you need 3 credits of social studies to graduate. If you have not taken American history or world history, we do have those available as TRECA courses. We also have a semester of government that is a half credit. We also have a half credit economic course as well that is a semester course. And then we also offer a wide variety of electives, Holocaust, World War II, psychology, sociology, and current events. And as far as English goes, you can choose from either English or accelerated English. Those are pretty much the only 2 options. We also do offer College Credit Plus freshman composition. So if you want to take that at a college level course, we do have that available as well. And again, according to the state of Ohio, you need 4 credits of English to graduate. We have a great media center that is available to you. Our media center specialist, Mrs. Cook, is fantastic, and she's willing to help you with just about anything you would need. It's open every day, 7:30 or 7:45 to 3 o'clock. So anything you would need, you would be able to go in there, and whether you need to use a computer, whether you need to access our databases, books, that type of thing. We also have the Student Learning Center. If you need help with anything, help on testing, a quiet place to study, using computers, or just organizational help, Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Evans are awesome. They're available to help you as well. And it is open for all students. As far as activities go, please, please, please stay involved. So are any of you involved in any activities outside of school right now?
I'm in. Oh wait, you can go first.
I was gonna say I have marching band.
Marching band, fantastic. Football?
I'm in Key Club.
Key Club? Awesome. Yeah. Anybody else involved in anything at school?
I stay in the book.
All right. Well, definitely stay involved. I'm going to mute you all for just a second here. If you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself. All right. So activities that we're involved in at Fairfield or that we have available to you at Fairfield include Skills USA. We do have a fall leadership conference that you can go to with Skills. We also have the local contests, regional contests. You'll get to compete in things such as cybersecurity. We also compete in a networking competition. There's a PC repair competition as well. So we can compete in a wide variety of things. We always do very well at those. We also have our state leadership conference and contests, as well as a summer camp for Skills USA, if you're interested in any of those. We'll tell you more about Skills USA as the year progresses next year. All of you are going to be a member of that. As a career and tech ed student, everybody becomes a member of Skills USA. We also have our student leadership team, which is basically our student council for our building. You can become a member of that as well as National Technical Honor Society, which is very similar to National Honor Society, but it's specifically for career and tech education. So after going over all these, you're probably wondering how in the world you schedule. So again, you'll visit onedayefcts.com to complete a scheduling request form. If you're involved in band, athletics, a lot of the things that you just mentioned, please put those on your scheduling form. So I'm going to switch over here again and show you where that's going to be. So let me back up here. So again, when you go to One Day and you get to this area of the site, you're going to look for class scheduling information for ECC and FCC accepted students. Once you click on that, it's going to take you to this informational page, as well as a link to a form. This is where you'll actually complete your scheduling request. I'll need all of you to do that as soon as possible. So maybe you want to sit down with parents tonight and take a look at that after we get done with this meeting. But you'll go to this Google form right here. Super easy to fill out. All you have to do is answer all the questions, and that will complete your scheduling request for you. The other thing is, if you have any questions for our guidance counselors, so if you have scheduling questions or if there's something that has come up that you're not quite sure what the answer to that is regarding classes that we offer, please fill out this form right here. This will allow you to send a question directly to one of our guidance counselors, and they'll be able to help you out. Okay? So this is the good stuff. This is what you're actually going to be learning in the cybersecurity course. So the 4 courses that you'll be taking are networking, routing and switching, network security, and cybersecurity. All 4 of those are taken over. Oh, Mr. Roth just came in. All 4 of those will be taken over the course of the 2 years. You'll take networking and routing and switching junior year and network security, cybersecurity senior year. But it is all part of the cybersecurity course. So in networking, you're going to learn the fundamentals of computer networking. So network device types, cabling, network topologies, the OSI model, TCP/IP, IP addressing, subnetting, protocol interaction, basic router and switch configuration. If some of you have had classes in networking already, we do have the option and the ability to put you in some higher level coursework. We do offer a lot of things that are that you're able to kind of go through on your own, or that I can guide you through at a higher level if you so choose to do that. So hi, Mr. Roth. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself and say hi to everybody?
Sure. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mr. Roth. I'm the director. Just popping in this evening to say hello. Congratulations. Welcome to Fairfield Career Center. We are excited that you've chosen to join us. You have a great opportunity in a really high in-demand field right now that is a focus across many different industries. It's an industry of itself, but it applies to each industry. So we're looking forward to having you in the fall. You chose a great program. I'm a former programmer, so I've got an IT background as well. but we are excited to have you, and we know that you will be successful here by choosing us and sticking with us for the 2 years. So I don't want to take too much time, Mr. James. I'll turn it back over to you. But again, just want to say congratulations, everybody, and welcome, and hope everyone has a great evening this evening.
All right. Thanks for stopping in, Mr. Roth.
Thank you.
I did forget to say, Mrs. Spires has a technology background as well. I believe she has a degree in computer science too. So all kinds of geeks on this call, right?
Yes.
All right. So second course you'll be in is routing and switching. So that includes router and switch configuration. You'll learn how to segment networks, set up VLANs, set up routing to basically send the information through the internet and through networks where it needs to get to, and also keep it from getting to where it shouldn't get to. It also brings us to network security. It's based around the Security Plus certification, which is one of the certifications that you're going to sit for in my course. The school will pay for 2 certifications for you. So we will be paying for your Security Plus certification as well as your Network Plus certification. And I did forget to mention that the networking course and routing and switching together will prepare you for that Network Plus certification. So what we typically do is teach you networking over your junior year. You'll sit for the Network Plus certification fall of your senior year, because that will give you the summer to study if you need to build your skills further, or if you're just not quite ready for the test. And then we'll also do your Security Plus certification in spring of your senior year. So network security, again, it's based around the Security Plus certification. We have an emphasis on access control, cryptography, perimeter defenses, host defenses, application defenses, data defenses, and assessments and audits. So topics like white hat hacking, penetration testing are going to be coupled with network hardening. So basically making the network stronger in its security, what we mean by network hardening, to give you the experience in securing a computer network. Cybersecurity course is going to be centered around the Certified Ethical Hacker certification, as well as the Cisco CyberOps curriculum. So you will learn the skills of a hacker and how to further mitigate network attacks in that course. Any questions on anything you'll be learning over the next 2 years? Is it exciting? All right, good. I see a lot of head nods there. That's awesome. As far as the outcomes, so after you go through these courses, what are you going to be able to do with it? Well, we are completing coursework that is geared toward, again, the Network Plus and Security Plus certifications, but also the Cisco CCNA and CyberOps certifications and the Certified Ethical Hacker certification. Now, again, the school is only going to pay for Network Plus and Security Plus for you. If you choose to take one of the other certifications, that is going to be, you'll have to pay for those on your own. I will say that for Certified Ethical Hacker, I would probably wait until you get into the workforce and have one of your employers pay for that one, because I believe the cost of that is around $1,200. So that's pretty big money. But hopefully by then you're going to be making big money to be able to help pay for that. So that's the goal anyway, right? So you can earn college credit through my courses as well. So the networking course is worth 3 semester hours if you earn your Network Plus. The network security course is worth 3 semester hours with your Security Plus. The 2 Cisco courses, the routing and switching and networking courses, are also worth 3 semester hours apiece. And then we are also working on, just this year, so your year will be the first one for it, a partnership with Franklin University. We will have articulated college credit and CTAG credit through them for three of their classes for the cybersecurity program at Franklin. So we're very excited about that partnership we have. So you'll already be well on your way to a college degree. As far as career outcomes go, so what can you do as a job? Well, you could be a cybersecurity specialist, network security specialist, security architect, network administrator, network technician, help desk technician. I did not put it on here, but you could be an ethical hacker. Sometimes they kind of don't like me to put that word hacker on there because of what some people think it is, but an ethical hacker is actually a very good job to have. So, and they are definitely in need right now. I talked about Skills USA earlier. So all of you will be members of this great organization. I'm one of the advisors for Skills USA for our building, so you'll get to know it very well. It is a partnership of students, teachers, and industry representatives that all work together to ensure America has a skilled workforce. And it's going to help all of you excel in the workplace. So we're going to be learning not only skills in cybersecurity, but skills in business as well. Our activities for Skills USA include activities, contests, the promotion of leadership skills. All of that is integrated into our classroom instruction. So everything we do in the classroom will be related to that, as well as our technical skills that you're going to be getting as well. Some people wonder if there are any fees for this course. There are no fees. However, oh, Mr. Stidham's coming in. However, you will be required to purchase a uniform, which is what we're going to talk about next. You can purchase that through Proforma. We have an online store that you can do that on. Hi, Mr. Stidham.
Hi, good evening, Mr. James.
Good evening. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself while you're here?
I would, if you don't mind.
Fantastic. Go for it.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Bo Stidham. I'm your Assistant Director here at the Career Center in the upcoming year. First off, congratulations. Incoming juniors, we're excited to have you. Sorry we can't meet you in person and face-to-face tonight, but nonetheless, it is amazing what you can do through technology in a virtual world, if you will. And you are going to learn so much over the next couple of years. You're going to surprise yourself. You're going to be challenged, but it's all for the betterment of your future, and we're looking forward to jumpstarting your career. You're in good hands with Mr. James and our team at FCC. We have a great staff, and can't wait for each one of you to meet them in person. But nonetheless, look forward to some communication from district office as well as the building level over the next couple of weeks and upcoming months. So we look forward to seeing you and hope to see you soon. All right. Have a good evening.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stidham. All right. Does anybody have any questions so far? I've been just flying through this stuff. I forgot to say we are recording this meeting, so you will be able to go back and view this meeting again if you need to. So if there's anything that you kind of missed, you will be able to go back and check that out. So as far as uniforms go.
Actually,
go ahead.
What is CTAG?
Okay, so CTAG is basically there's a database that the state of Ohio administers, and all the career and tech schools as well as all of the colleges in Ohio put their courses and what they teach into this database. And what they do is they see what matches up. They see what aligns. And if there's a college that teaches the same thing that we do at the Career Center, that college is going to go ahead and give you credit for that course if you decide to attend that college. Does that answer your question? Okay. All right. Any other questions before we talk uniform here? Okay. So can all of you see the uniforms on the right there? Give me a thumbs up if you can see all those uniforms. Okay, good. So that's what you're going to be wearing over the next 2 years. It is kind of that teal color with black pants. And you do have to have a black belt and solid black shoes. Now, I don't require dress shoes, but I do require that the shoes be solid black in color. So it could be tennis shoes, it could be a canvas shoe, it could be a dress shoe if you want to wear a dress shoe. But all that I require is that they are solid black. Okay, black tops, black soles. No extra like logos and stuff and that kind of thing on them if you can keep from it. If you want to wear, I actually have some students who wear these long sleeve shirts. You have the choice between the polo shirts, the short sleeves, and the long sleeves. Some people buy a combination of both. You're welcome to buy as many uniforms as you want. I do have some people that like to wear black ties with the button-up shirts. So if that's up your alley and you'd like to do that, you can. You know, I don't have very many people that do, but some people like to dress up. So there will be certain days that are announced ahead of time that will ask you to wear business professional attire. So typically we do mock interviews at the end of your junior year. So I'll bring in some of my business partners and we'll run you through a couple of interviews just to practice. You know, it's a good time to, it's a great time to screw up on an interview. Yeah, I'll put it that way, because they're going to give you feedback on how well you did. And we're going to teach you some of those interviewing skills and interviewing techniques that you're going to need once you leave Fairfield or once you leave college or when you go into the workforce. So that's one of those times that we will wear business professional attire. So as part of the uniform, you are going to be required to purchase now there are a few different options this year. There is a gray zip-up fleece. There is, and it says that this is the only outerwear that's acceptable to wear within the building. I will tell you that there are 3 separate options now, and I'm going to show you those here in just a little bit. But when we're looking at uniforms, you're not allowed to wear coats or anything outside of our building, or any coats that are not Fairfield or Eastland-Fairfield labeled inside of the building. So, you know, if you have your coat from home that you bring in, your big winter coat, you'll have to take that off when you come in the building. But if you do get cold while you're in the building, you can wear these fleece that we have available for you. Again, I'll show you those in just a second. You can also buy long sleeve shirts from Proforma and wear those underneath your polos in colder weather if you buy the polos and you feel that they're a little bit too cold for you. Okay, let me back up there. I'm going to go back to the one-day site. So let me get back to that for you. So on the one-day site here, don't want that one. All right, can you still see that? Can you see the options listed there on the one-day site? Give me a thumbs up if that's what you're looking at right now. Okay, good. So we're going to look at uniform information and ordering for accepted students. So as we click on that, this is where you're going to go for your uniform fitting guide. Now you're going to have to fit yourself at home. So this fitting guide tells you exactly how to do that. So if you need to know what size to order that's going to fit you properly, you'll click on this uniform fitting guide, and it tells you exactly how to measure and what to measure and where to measure in order to find a proper fit for the uniforms that we have available for you, okay? Now this is important. I want you to look right here. Place your order on or before July 19th for free shipping to the school. So if you order before July 19th, you'll be able to have your uniform sent to the school for free without having to pay shipping. And then you can just pick that up on back to school night toward the end of summer. That's something that we're doing new this year. We haven't offered that in the past. I think that's pretty cool. Before you had to pay shipping. So some good money savings for you. Whoops, where'd I go here? I accidentally exited out of my share. Let me fix that.
Was that July 15th or 14th?
That was July, I believe it said 19th. I'm going to pull that back up here in just a second.
All right.
The tape they gave me was too short, way too short for me to measure myself.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It was 24 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, that would be too short to measure just about anybody. So I will pass that word along and let somebody know that that's what they sent. So thank you for sharing that. All right, let me go back to this. So again, when we go to the uniform store here, you click EFCTS Uniform Store. The outerwear I was telling you about earlier, the fleece, is under optional outerwear here. Now it says optional because you do have the choice to buy it or not. But the thing is, if you don't buy the optional outerwear, you might get cold in the winter because you wouldn't be allowed to wear any other coat or anything in our building. Okay, so we still have the long sleeve shirts, but if that's not enough for you, if you need an extra layer, some people do, you'll definitely want to buy this outerwear. So if I click on that there, you'll be able to see what it is. It's just a nice fleece zip-up jacket. You also have the option of a fleece crew neck shirt here. We also have long sleeve shirts and this quarter zip. So some of those options are new this year. Any questions on those at all? Okay. Now, as I go back, when you place your order, you're going to order from under cybersecurity, obviously. So again, you can see the polo shirts, the button-down long sleeves, pants, all of those are available directly from our site here. As far as shoes go, you can buy those from anywhere. I don't care where you buy your shoes. Okay. Any questions on uniforms or the uniform ordering site?
I think someone asked if jeans are allowed.
No, jeans are not allowed. Sorry, I didn't look at that chat room there. I apologize. No, jeans are not allowed.
So we can't wear black jeans?
No, you only be able to wear the uniform jeans, or sorry, uniform pants. Sorry.
Do the uniform pants have to be from Proforma or something?
Yes, they do, because there's a certain fit to them that if you buy black pants from elsewhere, sometime, I know it sounds weird, but sometimes there's a different shade of black and it will really stand out if you have pants on that are different from everybody else's. And the reason that we have the uniforms is to maintain a professional look. And when we have employers coming in, you know, the biggest thing we want to convey to them is that we are professionals and that we are preparing, you know, professionals for the workplace. So by having that consistent look across the classroom, that's certainly going to, you know, help you out in the long run. Okay. All right, we have Mr. Phil Howard coming in here. He's our guidance counselor, so he's going to talk to you real quick. I'll pause for just a second. Hi, Mr. Phil Howard.
Good evening.
Good evening. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself and share your words of wisdom?
I certainly can. What am I looking at here? Are you sharing the screen right now?
I am. Let me stop that for a second here.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll introduce myself. My name's Brad Phil Howard. I'm one of the school counselors at Fairfield Career Center, and I am actually the counselor for the cybersecurity program. So I wanted to get on here and welcome you. And I know that you're in good hands with people presenting, but I may hijack the meeting for a minute or two and probably repeat some things they may have already said or in process of saying about class scheduling as well. If you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen and show them a couple things here. So with regard to class scheduling for next year, have you showed them the one-day site, guys?
Oh, yes. We've been referencing that a lot.
You've already been in here?
Yes. So we've been in there. I showed them where to go to fill out their scheduling form. We talked to them about all the academics that we offer.
You guys are nailing it, huh?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, I don't have a whole lot to say then, because that's what I was going to do. I was going to show you this, but
is there anything beyond this page you want to show us?
Beyond this page?
Yes.
I can get into it a little bit. So
okay.
As you navigate through here, it'll ask you some things like your name. That's not my name, but it'll work. And then you choose your school and you select your program, cybersecurity, and you hit next. And as you navigate through here, it'll take each subject one at a time. So whatever English you want to take next year, you'll select that and hit next. And it also has nice descriptions of the classes. So if you're not sure what Algebra 3 entails, it has that on there, so you can read that. But you go through and you click your classes you need, and hit next. And as you move through it, eventually you get to the end. It'll ask you some other questions if you're on an education plan or not. It'll ask you if you need help in PE. We don't have health and PE as a class at the Career Center, but we do offer it online through TRECA. We have a partnership with TRECA. If you are in a situation where you still need health and PE, that's one of the things that I would ask you what your plans are early in the year. Some of you may be doing it this summer, but then we would also talk about what the better option for you would be, whether it would be using TRECA to do that, or if your homeschool has something better. And when I say better, actually this needs to be updated. It says $85. It's actually $95. We just changed it on us. We need to correct that. But TRECA PE and TRECA Health does have a cost associated to it. It's $95 for the class. But if you fulfill that, then you don't have to worry about it. If you have any classes that you need for graduation that you failed or have not taken, if you're able to indicate that on there, that would be appreciated, because that gives us an opportunity to be able to track down what that is. I didn't know I was going to have to answer a question here. And then there's also a place here that if you have questions or anything specific, any comments you need to share with us, you can enter that right here. And then that has some personal information, email, how you want it to be contacted. And then you would hit submit. And what that does, and I'm not going to submit because I don't want to schedule right now. When you hit submit, what that does is it shoots that information to a spreadsheet that we have, and we use that. Stop sharing. We use that spreadsheet and we look at your class requests. Over the summer, we get your transcripts from your homeschool, and we compare your class request to your transcript to make sure that the classes you're asking for are in fact the classes that you should be going into. If there are any minor discrepancies, then we as a counselor, we go ahead and make those corrections in the summer. If there's something major, like you asked for calculus, but you haven't finished geometry yet, then we may call you and talk about it over the phone to make sure that you know where things are headed and whatnot. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. It's easy to use, and the sooner you do that, the better, because then we know you got it done. If we get in, usually in July is when we come in and do the scheduling. If we get in and there's a lot of students who have submitted that, then it makes us have to make a lot of phone calls to kind of get a hold of people to figure out what they want to take for your classes. That's all I got. Anybody have any quick questions? I won't want to get too deep, but if you got any questions about quick ones, I can kind of answer them real quick.
What if I wanted to take classes at my home school?
Well, every once in a while we do have students that want to do that. We do encourage you to take your classes at the Career Center so that you can be fully integrated into the activities that we have at the school. That's an individual thing that I would probably want to talk to you on a one-on-one basis about, find out the reasons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
No, I know a couple of them had that same question, so you may have to have a couple conversations there to see.
Well, we strongly encourage students to take their classes in their academics at the Career Center, and I'll be honest with you, most of our homeschools also encourage students to take their classes at the Career Center. There's some logistical issues that trying to split your day, because they would have to schedule classes in a manner that allows you to get out of there, or that allows you to take them in both places. And quite often the issue is that the schedules just don't line up. You're in lab in the morning, and maybe classes that you need are only offered in the morning at your homeschool, so it just makes it impossible to do. And then there's also travel and getting from point A to point B to make sure you're here and there at the right times for classes. Plus, you miss out on a lot of the Career Center experiences and different activities we have at the Career Center with our student organizations and just different activities we have throughout the year that you miss out on. So it's highly encouraged that you commit to being at the Career Center for the full day, so that you get to experience the whole deal, whole experience. Okay. Anything else?
So you mentioned transportation. How would that work? Like, is there going to be a bus at our homeschool to take us to the Career Center?
Yeah, your homeschool should provide transportation. The transportation to the Career Center is the homeschool's responsibility. So you're going to want to, over the summer sometime, get in contact with your school district's transportation department just to find out what the process is for them. I can't really tell you because every district's different, but it is the homeschool that provides that transportation. And they can
All right.
kind of,
And
they can kind of
Giovanni,
route you through.
earlier I did show on that one-day site, there is a contact page for your homeschool transportation garage. So you'll be able to go to onedayefcts.com and click on the transportation form, and it will tell you who to contact for your particular transportation.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, if that's, I'm going to go ahead and jump out.
No, that's
if you guys
fine.
have any other questions on that one-day site, check out the FAQ sheet for the counselor questions. And if that doesn't answer the question, feel free to fill out that form and send the question my way, and I'll get back with you and we'll figure it out. Okay? Congratulations. I'm glad you guys make it online tonight, and I look forward to meeting you guys in person rather than on a computer screen.
Thank you. I look forward to meeting you too.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Philhire is a great guy. So any questions you have, guidance counselor wise, he'll definitely be able to answer them over the next couple of years. All right, let me continue on with what I was on before. So we had just finished up uniforms. Lastly here, I want to talk a little bit about ethics. So obviously, the course that you're in, cybersecurity, is going to deal a lot with things such as hacking. So ethical behavior and the use of technology is extremely important in our field. You'll be held to the highest standard of ethics, both in and outside of the cybersecurity program. So at the beginning of the year, I'm going to ask you to sign a code of ethics that's going to outline things like the type of behavior expected from you, and it will outline what you'll be held responsible for if you do indeed have any violations. So, you know, for our program, if you're not holding to those high ethical standards, we have a very low tolerance for that, and you probably won't stick in the program for very long should we catch you in anything. So I don't think we're going to have any problems with any of you, though, because all of you are 100% ethical, I can tell. So that is pretty much all I have for you tonight. What questions do you have for me?
What's considered ethical and unethical? Like, what would be the boundary?
So as far as the hacking part of this goes, the things that we do within the classroom, the hacking labs that we do within the classroom are all 100% ethical. Throughout the year, we will talk about the ethics of hacking in the business world and in industry. So even if you become an ethical hacker, there are still a lot of legal issues and things that you have to traverse around when you do that. So we're going to cover all of it from the business side once you're in my class. Now, as far as from just the student side, don't break into anything that you shouldn't be breaking into. You know, if you are practicing hacking, we do it on equipment that is not connected to a network that is in use. Okay, so those are the types of things that I consider ethical versus unethical. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
What other questions do you have for me? Let me look in the
So
chat
for
here.
CCP, I'm enrolled in the Columbus State program. Is there like a specific other college that I would have to like enroll into for getting CCP in this class?
No, you won't have to enroll in any college. You won't be getting CCP through this class, but you'll actually gain your college credit through articulation agreements and through CT squared. So that will be done through Franklin University. We also do have an articulation agreement with Columbus State as well.
All right.
So there is some articulation with them as well should you decide to go to Columbus State after you graduate.
All right.
Yeah, good question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
To expand on that, like, what if I don't want to go to any of the colleges that you spoke of?
Okay, so if you don't want to go to any of those colleges,
can I still receive the credit?
You will, if the credit is transcripted credit, you will receive it. Now, it's going to depend on what college you do end up deciding to go to, because like I said before, all colleges throughout the state of Ohio have put their courses into that database that I talked about, the CTAG database.
Mhm.
And if that college has courses that line up with those CTAGs, then that may actually be able to get you the credit for those colleges as well.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is this: if you decide to take other CCP courses through a particular college, so have you taken any CCP courses at all yet?
No.
Okay. So if you decide to take a CCP course through Columbus State, for instance, if you ended up getting that CCP credit through them, and if we had articulated credit or CT squared credit with them as well, since you took the CCP course, they would award you that credit on your college transcript. I know that probably made no sense whatsoever when I just said that. Did it a little bit?
David also said that the college credits only transfer to all the colleges in Ohio.
For CT squared, that is true. But if it ends up on a college transcript, then that transcripted credit could transfer out of state possibly. But you would have to talk to the particular college that you're wanting to go to for that.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know it's kind of a complicated matter there, but as the year goes on, I'm definitely going to explain it in more detail for you. And once you start narrowing down what college you want to go to, we can sit down and look at that together to figure out how we can get you the most credit for the course.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Do you recommend that we get a desktop or a laptop at home?
I would recommend you have one or the other. It doesn't really matter to me which. We will have software available to you to use that is really only available on a Windows platform. So if you're wanting to get a laptop, I would definitely go with something that is Windows based. Most of our software that we use is actually web based. So really anything that you go with, you're going to have access to the majority of what we do in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want access to some of those other programs, I believe, I can't remember if Packet Tracer has a Mac application or not. I don't know if it has an Apple-based product for it or not, but I can look that up for you. Are you thinking Apple or are you thinking Windows?
Anything.
Windows? Okay. I heard somebody say Windows, so yeah, you'll be fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's not to say if you don't have a computer at home, if you don't have a computer at home, you'll be fine too, but it does give you access to work on things while you're at home if you need to. Just kind of helps you extend that school day a little bit if you need extra time. Any other questions?
So, will we be taking the CompTIA certifications at the actual career center? Like, will that be where we test, or will it be like? And also, are there any other available CompTIA certifications other than the Network Plus and the Security Plus?
So yes, we do have a CompTIA testing center at our school. However, with as many of you as there are, typically we end up taking a field trip to Columbus State to complete those certifications. Just because our testing center at Eastland, I believe, only holds 6 people at a time. So Columbus State can actually take the entire class at a time. So we will go on 2 separate field trips, one for your Network Plus, one for your Security Plus, assuming everything's opened up back up by then. I will say that right now, CompTIA is letting people test at home. So I actually have some seniors who I believe are going through their Security Plus, a couple of them tomorrow, and they are going to test at their own house. but there's a certain set of protocols you have to follow to be able to do that. But hopefully by the time you guys are around next year, or when we test the year after that, that's not going to be an issue at that point. As far as other certifications, we can put you in as high a level of certification as you want to get into. I do have the software available and courseware available, to further you on if you are wanting to move forward. And we also have, if you're wanting to go above and beyond what we do in our class, we have an adult ed program as well. If you're not sure if you want to go to college or not, but you're wanting to continue your IT career, we do have an adult ed program that goes all the way through all of the cybersecurity certifications through CompTIA. So it's the entire cybersecurity CompTIA track. And my graduates do get a discount for that program as well. Did that answer your question? Was that Ethan's question?
Yep.
All right. Any others?
Yeah, I was wondering, in my school, they provide us Chromebooks and laptops, and I was wondering if you guys are going to do the same thing.
So each of our classrooms in our school is equipped with a laptop cart. So we won't provide you one to carry around, but you will have access to one in every classroom.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't have
All
one
right.
you won't have one that you'll be able to take home.
All right.
And we do that for a couple of reasons. One is security, and the other is, as far as, I would say, security for you, but also security for us. We don't want anybody bringing anything into our network from outside. All right, Landon, you said dress pants or jeans. Was that from earlier?
Yes, that was from earlier.
Okay, so we got that question answered for you then, right?
Yes.
All right. So any other questions at all?
Are we gonna be using a specific kind of operating system in the class? Because the last time I visited, it looked like it was something different from Windows.
Okay, so we'll use a wide variety of operating systems in our course, but the two main operating systems we'll be running are Windows 10, of course, but also Kali Linux. So Kali Linux is a hacking distribution, if you're familiar with that at all. So Kali has a bunch of hacking tools that are already built into it. It is free to download. So, you can download it, but just beware that if you're going to download it at home, be very careful what you're doing and where you're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, because maybe if in the course, maybe we need a little extra practice on it. I just want to know what operating system we're going to be using specifically to maybe download it.
Yep,
all that.
Certainly. Any other questions? All right, Giovanni, you didn't have a chance to introduce yourself earlier. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
All right. So, if you haven't seen the name tag, my name's Giovanni, but people usually call me Gio. I prefer to go by that. But what should I say about myself?
So, what homeschool do you go to right now?
Whitehall.
Whitehall. And what are you looking forward to most about the cybersecurity program at Fairfield?
Just computers in general. I've always had deep interest in them, but I don't really understand them that much. So I'm hoping to get a bit more knowledge on them.
Awesome.
Through the course. Yeah.
You definitely will. You definitely will. Thanks, Gio.
Yep.
Derek, did you have a chance to introduce yourself?
No, I did not.
Go ahead and tell us who you are, what homeschool you're from, and what are you looking forward to about the cybersecurity program?
My name is Derek Butler. I go to Pickerington Central, and I think cybersecurity will be a lot of fun.
Absolutely, it will. So for those of you that weren't around for the very beginning of our meeting here, make sure you go ahead and just type your name in the chat area. That way I can basically take attendance that way, as well as what Mrs. Spires has tracked here. So you just go ahead and just type your name in the chat area. That will help us with our attendance. Did I miss anybody else? Is there anybody that joined later that did not get a chance to introduce themselves? All right. Well, like I said, this video is being recorded, so it will be available later if there's something you missed or something you want to go back and check. We certainly didn't have everybody present here tonight. I think there's only, 9 or so of you that are on here, but we have 22 total in the class. So there will be quite a few more of you as we open up next year. So I'm certainly looking forward to seeing all your faces. Hopefully it's going to be in person. We'll see what comes